As the flagship product of Feiji, the Octopus series, each generation surprises players. From the second-generation Octopus's roulette action ship, the force feedback trigger of the third generation of Octopus, and then the force adjustment joystick of the fourth generation, can be said that Octopus has always been innovating and improving. In terms of user experience, it has achieved a real rocking lead. Now I have 8 claws in 5. So what improvement will the flying system bring to players this time? This time, the interior of the Octopus 5 package is relatively simple. In addition to the handle body data cable and manual, also gave away a mobile phone card pin. Damn it. Is it possible? Octopus 5 can also make a phone call. I have to say that flying paper handles have always been very top-notch in terms of workmanship. Whether it's the air outlet control at the edge, it is still the first echelon horizontal handle with proper sun-drying treatment. The overall appearance is not very different from the Octopus. The whole still uses white as the main color at the bottom. A through-type RGB light strip screen section has been added. It is still a silver lens design, and the screen can only be clearly seen when in use. This makes the integrity of the handle more beautiful when turned off. In addition to this, Slapfish 5 puts the FN and turbo buttons on the back. It also makes the front more tidy. But what I didn't expect the most was that the flight system broke the ancestral law. Almost every product comes standard with a mobile phone holder mouth. It was cancelled on Octopus and 5. I really didn't expect that there might be a lot of this. The foreign family narrating the mobile game will say that it is gone. Then how can I still play mobile games? Don't worry, it's here. At first I thought it was an external battery compartment. I didn't expect it to be a hidden mobile phone holder. This design is really good. It not only solves the aesthetic problem that everyone complains about, it also takes into account the needs of mobile game files. However, when using this frame, don't lose this lid. There is also a relatively big change, which is to expand the buttons. 2 new tiny keys, M1, M2, have been added to optimize the key curve. M3, M4 has been replaced with a paddle type. It is possible to change from a regular lower paddle to an upturned blade. Plectrum, after actual testing, whether it is a 4-finger player or a 6-finger player, will have a better experience. So the problem is, keep saying that you are called Octopus. So what should I do if I am an 8-fingered player? After turning on, in addition to the screen lighting up, the RGB lights at the bottom and the plaque on the left will also light up. Feichi also came with a few blank name tags in the package. It allows players to do their own DIY. The mobile phone card pin mentioned at the beginning. In fact, it is a handicapped brother who gives players DIY name tags. You can also spend 1 yuan to customize the light sign on the flying space station. It can be seen that although Octopus 5 took a sharp look, Ubis is very similar, but with a lot of detailing. It makes the appearance higher. I see Fish's official promotion of the joystick. It is more about force adjustment and long life. The joystick supports a small adjustment from 30 to 100 grains. But in my opinion, it is not a self-developed force-adjusting joystick. The most awesome point is in the middle, the transmission of the performance leverage structure. It is equivalent to directly solving the problem of joystick centering from the hardware. The factory adopts the solution of rounded corners and giants. The return rate in 2.4G mode reached 1000 points. The discrimination rate reached more than 2000. Full-link latency is much higher than the previous generation, 3 milliseconds wired and 5 milliseconds wireless. This performance can be said to be very perverted. Of course, players can do it according to their actual preferences. Adjust the relevant parameters in the flying space station. The overall weight of the handle is 336G, which is held in the hand. The sense of weight is still very sufficient. In terms of feel, in addition to the improved comfort of the back button just mentioned, there are also many small details in other changes. For example, the cross key was replaced with a rounded square. The shaft structure is raised. It is more comfortable to rub. No keys. The surface has also been changed a little, and the certainty is stronger when pressed. The texture of the rubber coating has also been changed, and the friction and anti-slip strength is a little greater than before. The flying logo on the top can be pressed to the home button of the handle. In general, in terms of overall feel, Octopus and 5G have become a good feel of 84, and the comfort of the expansion key is different. UI-habituated players have made further adaptations. Let's look at the software side next. As we all know, since 83, Feedback Moving Machine has become a feature of the Octagonal Fish series. More than 50 games are already supported. Whether it's the damping feel of the throttle brake on the horizon, no subtle feedback on different road bumps, can make players feel immersive. In addition, the performance in the design game is also remarkable. You can even feel these in the back seat through the trigger. The games are all picked out by Feichi himself. I have to say that this is true. Cowhide. I heard that Feichi has recently been recruiting troops to increase the adaptation intensity. More games will be added to the adaptation in the future. In terms of internal workmanship, the Octopus and 5 also continued their previous performance. To describe it in 4 words is perfect. The only thing that makes me feel like there is room for improvement is 2 flights to the Saint is transferred from the motor. After all, the force feedback trigger and the force adjustment joystick are all arranged. The motor side arranges a magnetic levitation with better feedback. Will the motor be better reflected? But unexpectedly, this generation of vibration iron has also been improved, although the hardware has not changed. But the software algorithm has been upgraded. Increased vibration speed and intensity. Optimized vibration curve. Make feedback more responsive. The vibration is more delicate. From the appearance, the transparent part of this force bar has become 15 white. Compared with the previous generation, the toughness of the material has been increased. The overall service life has been improved. 50%. The newly launched base is also interesting. This large screen is very non-qualitative, and the receiver is inserted into the USB port at the bottom and tightly sealed. In addition to this, 2 USB-A ports are added, so you can plug the receiver of the mouse and keyboard here. Even the contactors of other book titles can be plugged in. This is really fragrant for students who don't use enough laptop interfaces. The animation of the screen can be connected to the space station settings of the flying system. It is also possible to change the light mode brightness speed as well as here. Set intelligent start-stop lights to turn off the lights and display the battery level at the same time. And other functions. The new body seat is very playable as a whole. Compared with the previous version, the structure is much more stable. It's a good place to talk about it. The Elite accessory is also available in 3 different heights. Joystick cap and 2 D-pads with different feels. Especially this wavy D-pad is surprisingly easy to use. Overall, Octopus 5 is equivalent to Octopus 4, on the basis of the polishing and upgrading of the detailed experience. Whether it is the improvement of appearance or the optimization of expansion parts, or the upgrade of the alloy joystick, which is a little better than the Octopus 4. But in fact, the Octopus 4 is already a very good product. And what Octopus 5 does is to make a very good Octopus better. It's just that the price of $629 is a bit expensive. At present, the price of the first $599 is the same as the previous generation, and it is still worth rushing. The students with the card budget are charged for 4 generations, which is very cost-effective. Students who want to buy the 5th generation directly in one step are obviously more fragrant.